AFOSH, have been revised to include the Air Force Occupational Safety Fire and Health Standards. And in the changing of these names, they went from AFOSH standards to AFI's, Air Force Instructions. And finally, the current version is simply an Air Force manual. Even though we have a name change, the contents of these manuals, instructions, and standards is basically still the same. This is our guidance as far as what we can do either on an Air Force installation or with Air Force equipment. Chapter 12 of the Air Force Manual 91-203, Material Handling Equipment, is about 13% of the entire safety manual. That's huge. Now this chapter is broken down by the specific types of equipment, whether or not it's overhead cranes, slings, mobile cranes, derricks, and it'll be broken down further into design, operational use. Now the major differences within the Air Force manual than say the OSHA and ANSI standards are some of the requirements for training and certification, specifically of Air Force personnel, some marking requirements for the equipment, and then what you have to do for a critical lift or nuclear load. There's the additional requirements for annual proof testing, time-based proof testing of mobile equipment if they're handling critical lifts or nuclear loads. And this is well beyond the scope and requirements of the ANSI and OSHA standards. Having a good understanding of not only what OSHA says, ASME says, but your own crane manual for the Air Force is highly important to you if you're going to be operating equipment on an Air Force installation or are in the U.S. Air Force operating your own equipment.